Oh my gosh, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Holly here. And look, I'm back in my nursery. Yay! I am so excited. And I can't believe it's finally happened and I get to be back with y'all again. Turn that light on so y'all can see a little bit. Now, I just want to take you around real quick and show you. As most of you know, when the tropical storm Imelda came through back in September, my daughter and her husband and 3 sons, my grandsons, were flooded. Their house flooded again. And just like in Harvey, they had to move in with us. And whereas the first time they were here for about 3 months, this time they were here for 5 months. And what happened is they decided to not move back into their home, but to sell it as it was and buy a new house, which we are thrilled for. First of all, they needed a new house. This one they had actually outgrown. And so this was the catalyst, I guess, to getting them into a new home. Now, I'm sorry for the washed out look of the babies because it is cloudy and dark here. And so it's not very good for lighting. But I'm just bringing you around the nursery so you can see my little ones that you haven't seen in so long. And let me tell you all, I have missed you. Now, I know I did a couple of videos, I think back in December. Yeah, November, December, I think. Just to let you know, I was okay and I'm still here. But I wasn't really making a lot of videos. Number one, it was just too difficult. Well, number one, I didn't have the babies. They were all packed up. Look at this. Kennedy and Aiden can't stop hugging each other. The only ones I had with me were Aiden, right here, Ellen, and Hannah, and Presley, and James, who came to me this winter. And Kelly and Kaylee were kind of with me. They were in my room, but they were sort of buried under a lot of clothes, so to speak. Anyway, so I wasn't able to make videos with all the babies. I couldn't get to their clothing. As you can see, they're still in summer clothes because it was still summertime weather when my daughter moved in. So they're all basically in summer clothes still, except for the ones that I had, the toddlers I had in my room. And I did dress them for Christmas, but I was not able to make a video, which I was sorry about. But anyway, I'm back now. I just wasn't able to make the videos. And even with the babies I had, I didn't really have clothes. So it just was not conducive. And so I just decided to go ahead and to try not to miss everybody so much. I just took a hiatus. I watched videos here and there, but it really wasn't easy. So, you know, I just thought I would wait till everything was settled again and then I would come back. And that's what I've done. And here I am. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to be back with y'all again, to share the babies with you, to watch your videos and comment on your videos. And it's like I'm a new woman. I want to thank those of you who did keep in touch and encouraged me so much. You know who you are, and I thank each and every one of you. It really helped a lot. You know, it doesn't matter how much you love your children and grandchildren. That has nothing to do with it. But when they're living with you and you've got a different way of living than they do, and your space is invaded and you can't do your normal routine, it's hard. It's very hard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change one of the babies. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change Aaron. And it was hard to decide which one to do because I've missed them all so much. But I'm going to start with the babies who are in their summer clothes. And that before the flood came, I did buy some outfits for fall and winter, and some of those were for Erin. So I'm going to change her first. So let me get set up, and I'll tell y'all a story while I do that. See you in a minute. Okay, so I moved Kelly out of the way and put down a little pink blanket, and we're going to change our little Luna here. Well, her name is Erin, but she is the Luna Sculpt by Jenny Lee. Super, super soft silicone, sweet little baby girl. And I had this outfit made for her by Bumpy Born Nursery. It's this little pink, not pink. I did forget my color since I've been on here. It's a purple, I guess a romper, sunsuit-like thing, purple romper. It's got cables on it, and the little booties, and the little hat. And she needs a little undershirt, so we're going to put on this little kimono style shirt that it's pink, and it has purple and pink flowers on it with green leaves. And so I think she will be fit for Theme Thursday this week because of things that go and things that go together. And so that certainly goes together. So I'm going to be changing her. She has been in this outfit since the summertime. Because I haven't seen her since the summertime. Get her turned over here. That's a good girl. So how have you guys been? Gosh, I miss you. But I wanted to tell y'all this story of something that happened to me near Christmas time. So I was going to be going over, I've been going to Austin a lot, and I was going to go over there this particular time because I was going to go Christmas shopping with my daughter-in-law, Jessica, and my daughter, Courtney, was going with me, but I really needed some new tires. So I was getting tires put on my car. My goodness, baby. Let's see if I can get this over your head. Come on. There we go. Mommy's just tossing you all over the place. So I went up and was having my tires put on my car, and there was another lady. I was sitting in the waiting area, and there was another lady in there. And she was talking to her cell phone. And, I mean, it's a very small, hello, belly button. It's a very small waiting room. And she was sitting right beside me, so I couldn't help but hear some of the things she was saying. And, you know, she was talking about all the things she had to do to get ready for Christmas. Christmas was the following week, I think. And she had to do this, she had to do that. She had all these, she's already baked like 160 cookies. And then she was going to have to drive to San Antonio to pick, turns out, her grandson up. And just, you know, all these things she had to do. And I was thinking, wow, this woman sounds as busy as I am. Because I was thinking of a list of things that I needed to do. Well, anyway, while she was sitting there talking, I heard her say she came in to have her oil changed and her tires rotated. And she'd been there since noon. And it's now 3 o'clock. And she's been sitting there for 3 hours waiting on them to change the oil and rotate her tires. So what happened was they did change the oil, and then they called her and she said, well, did they rotate the tires? And no, they hadn't, so she had to wait longer for them to do that. So anyway, so we got to talking as people do, and especially as I do, because I don't know any strangers. And, you know, she doesn't live in the same town I do. She lived in another town close to me. And she was telling me about, you know, she lived there and she hadn't lived there long and she had moved from somewhere else and was just, you know, going on and on. And we were sharing information back and forth, you know. She had a daughter that lived here and a daughter that lived there. And so, of course, I told her, you know, I had a son up in Oklahoma and a son in Austin. I said, and I have a daughter in Beaumont. And I said, well, actually, they got flooded in Imelda, and her and her family were living with me since then. And oh my gosh, that woman, very sweet lady, she just burst into tears. I mean, just started crying. And she said, oh, honey, I know exactly what you're going through. And she put her arms around me and hugged me. She said her daughter and her granddaughter had to move in with them for a time. And she said, oh my gosh, it was horrible. Yeah, she was going on and on about invasion of her space and, you know, not being able to do the things you normally do, and just how, you know, it was her house and they weren't respectful of it. I mean, just going on and on. And she just hugged me. I think this is going to be a little big on you, Erin. Probably going to be a lot big on you because she's a tiny little girl. But it just took me by surprise because I thought, oh my goodness, here is someone who totally understands what I'm going through. And she said the same thing I did. You know, she said, I love my daughter and I love my granddaughter. She said, but oh my goodness, she said, it was, she said, it was hard, very, very hard. And I know I've had at least two of you tell me that they've been through the same thing. I think Gail and Laurie both did. We're going to have to, you know what, we're going to have to modify this a little bit so it fits you. You know, this is a tiny girl, and this was a tiny, tiny little outfit. I don't know if I have enough. Anyways, this is what I do sometimes when things are a little big. I take a little bobby pin. You can fold these little straps over, and you stick the little bobby pin on it. You can't really see it, but you hide it well enough. But it kind of holds the strap down and makes it fit a little better. See, I'm just a little bitty girl, Mama. I'm just a little bitty girl. It's hard to find things that fit her. She's very tiny. She's 15 inches. No, I take that back. Yeah, she is. She's 15 inches. And the reason I remember that so well is because I have a granddaughter that was born premature. She was 13 inches. And I always think that this doll is 2 inches bigger than Sydney and 1.5 pounds heavier. She weighs 3 pounds. My granddaughter only weighed 1 pound 13 ounces. Yeah, this is a super small outfit and it's still a little big, but that's okay because little bitty babies will grow, right? So I don't know. This has got a cute little button on it. It's got handmade with love, a wooden button. I would like for them to stick out, but we're going to stick them in because it's a little bulky on her. Need to get another bobby pin for that side. So anyway, it made me feel like I wasn't just crazy, you know, that, yeah, it is hard to live with other people that you're not used to living with, and, you know, because everybody does things differently. But that, and to have, I think it was Susie Q and Laurie from Nana and Raven, both had that same experience and they could identify. So I'm glad we were here for them. I'm glad we were able to do it. I'm not sure which way this hat's supposed to go. This way, I think. But yeah, it was really a great day when they finally were able to get their house and move out. And that was last week. No. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. So they've only been gone a little over a week. So there's my little Erin. So it's a little big, but that's because I'm so tiny. I'm just a tiny baby. So there she is, guys. My little Erin in her little Bumpy Born knitted outfit. Little cable is like a cable stitch down the very middle of it. It's got 2 buttons at the top that says handmade with love, and there's one on her hat that says handmade with love. And the booties in the hat are variegated with pinks and blues. I mean, not blues. Different shades of pink and purples and a little orange and a little white. And the hat's done in the same way. See if y'all can see the hat. And there she is. So there we go. Say, I'm in some warm clothes finally, which it's not that cold outside right now. It's cloudy, but I'm in a short sleeve t-shirt. But because she hasn't been in winter clothes all winter, we decided we would just go ahead and put her in. So there she is. And I hope y'all enjoy seeing Erin and the other babies. And I will be back to do some more videos and get back in the swing of things and tell you some more stories. So anyway, I love you. Bye for now.